So that was not something that I was expecting. So very thankful, very happy to see that growth. And I still feel that if I have to ever go and look at another property, I can trust FMRE in terms of the process. It is, whether it's right property, wrong property, that is all a little bit dependent on your luck as well. But you have a process to see all the numbers behind the data behind a property. So that puts me at ease, and I have that confidence that if I am choosing FMRE with the given information that I have now after 18 months, I will be in good hands. So 35% growth, that is the number that we are talking about in 18 months, and I'm really happy about it.
Clay, you have been in Australia for a very long time before you moved back. So you've gauged situation here, you've lived here, you've had your own home in southeast of Melbourne, right? And you've lived in that home as well for a good 8 to 9 months before you decided to go back. And in between, of course, you've obviously thought about investments. So when you were buying investments or you were thinking about expanding your portfolio, was India a plan at all within this whole thing to go back at all, or it just happened? It was completely unplanned?
Yeah, so no, it wasn't in plan. It is a call from family, and we are here at least for some time. 1 to 3 years, we don't know, but yeah, we're here for some time, and after that we'll decide how do we go about it, whether we come back or we stay here or we go somewhere else. But yeah, it was not planned. When we started the investment journey, the plan was to stay in Australia and build a portfolio.
Right, of course. So tell us a little bit about that investment journey that you had, and you chose to obviously choose a buyer agent to help you buy your first investment property. So why did you choose buyer agent and why FMRE?
So why did I choose a buyer agent? So during COVID, we started to look at some options. We thought of buying a property, but we could not get in because of the market competition. There was no way we could get in. There was nothing that we could find. And then there was a need for... Okay, so first we were looking at a property for ourselves to live. And when we could not get it, we thought, okay, let's have a look at the investment properties. And that's when we needed some guidance. So the main reason why we went for FMRE is because of the reviews. We have a very trusted finance broker who recommended FMRE. And it has been 18 months. I could not be, I can't be thankful enough for FMRE to giving us the guidance to get our first investment property. So rather than buying a property to live, we bought our first property as a investment property. And once you go through the process, I thought, there will be this challenge, that challenge, but during the whole process, I feel the guidance that was provided and the clarity and the whole process that I would say the whole experience is with hand holding. This is what we are doing, and this is how the whole process will look like. So I would say guidance. Why we chose FMRE is because of the reviews, and those reviews were not just reviews; they were real testimonials. We spoke to people who work with you, who work with Guru. So it was more about choosing someone tried and tested, and then our experience has been phenomenal so far.
That's amazing. So, anyone can buy a property, right? And then, of course, you were looking for those validations from other people and, of course, the reviews that you looked at before you engaged us. So that gave you the confidence. And you also talked about the journey that we covered during the process. It was hand-holding. It was, the process driven for you. So you were very comfortable till the end of it. How do you feel right now, still sort of talking to FMRE about things, and how is that feeling right now? Because that is now, we bought the property almost 18 months ago, as you said. So we are now fast forward 18 months right now. What are you seeing as a difference right now in your investment?
Okay. I wasn't sure that I will see 35% of growth when we were getting into the, buying process. So I had in all reality, my assumption was it'll be 10-20% maximum in 2 years, and that's what I was thinking. And 35% in 18 months, I feel when I look at the actual number, it is more than 35%.
Amazing. So we bought you're in Melbourne, and you bought this in Queensland. Did you have any jitters about buying interstate, not having to even visit the property, and then seamlessly it's all done for you? But what were you going for at that point in time, or maybe you and Pooja both?
we so my I had very basic questions. My questions were: do I have to go there? Will we not have to go be present to sign all the
Yeah.
documents and not do any inspection? What without looking at a property and you buy that property? That was the initial innovation. But I would say the process was transparent. I was told at every stage that, and there were some challenges as well that I had questions like these questions: do I have to be there? How will that process work? But once it was all done, when we saw the whole process, when we became the owners of the property, and then we reviewed the whole process, and I felt that we were guided. We had a guidance of we had guidance at every step, and that gave us the confidence to buy our second property without a doubt. We were like, okay, this is the property, we know the process, let's go for it. This is the same, we know what needs to happen, let's go for it. And there was like, we decided everything in 10 days, made the payment and went for it. So I think we were just, I don't know what we were waiting for. We waited for like 6 years to buy a property, 6 years to buy a property. Once that property was bought, we bought another property in like 9 months. So
Yes.
I think confidence, guidance, transparency, and the right property. These are the 4 things that I'm really happy about FMRE as well.
That's phenomenal. And of course, there's so much education imparted, because when you bought your first investment property, you were investing, right?
Yeah.
But as you just said, that after buying that, you had the confidence to buy your own home, which you secured. And then, obviously that's still in Melbourne East that you've got. So I think it's not just about the property. It's actually having that right team who can hold your hand, right, guide you and provide the right guidance, that is what is right for you, right? And the vested interest that we have is, okay, everyone's journey is different, but what will work for you? And that makes it so real for someone who is engaging FMRE. Did you feel that way?
No, absolutely, 100%.